If you live in Cambridge, you should finally be excited that the numbers are starting to look better. In today's video, we're going to go over the Cambridge market update for June 2024 in our local real estate market. So this will be Cambridge specific. If you're looking for another market update, whether it be a Brampton, a Mississauga, a greater Toronto area, you can head to my channel. There are plenty of other market update videos. If you want to discuss any real estate, feel free to shoot me a text at the number here on screen. We can talk about your property, what it might be worth, getting into the market if you have a plan for the next 5 years to get yourself in the market, whatever it might be. Feel free to shoot me a text. Just let me know you came from the YouTube channel so I know where you're coming from. So let's dive into the numbers here. The Cambridge City Supply summary I have here, the average median price, $811,000. Your homes for sale currently are 550 homes, and the average time it's taking to sell a home right now is about 38 days. When I go for a walk in my neighborhood, I definitely am seeing a lot more for sale signs than we have seen in quite some time, but I'm seeing a lot less sold signs than we have seen in quite some time as well. So if you're thinking of selling a home, depending on the type of home you have, you need to understand what your days on market looks like. And right now the average is 38 days. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be more, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be less, and it doesn't mean that you're going to hit that 38-day mark. You have to make sure you're priced properly for the market. You have to make sure your home shows well, and you have to make sure it's something that's just attractive for the buyers ultimately at the end of the day. So if you're putting your house on the market, keep in mind with those three things. So as you can see here, the 6-month chart is looking a lot better. We had some lulls. January, February started off really slow. We peaked in March when people thought we would get a rate reduction, and then we kind of tapered back off. But now finally we're seeing some growth. We're not seeing a massive amount of growth by any means. We started here in the 790s and now we're in the 811 median price, but we are seeing almost $20,000 in growth during the year for your median price, which is, hey, it's growth. And let's be honest, if you own a home, that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for property appreciation, not depreciation. And you really don't want it to be flat, but that's better than any depreciation. So let's take a look at the other categories here. So now single family homes, they're averaging 877. Median list price is actually up 6% month over month. So the list prices are getting higher, which means we're getting more activity in the actual market itself. There's 355 single family homes that are available. Single families are taking about 34 days on market to sell. Take a look at this 6-month chart here. So you can see the time period it's taken to sell versus these list prices. So we took a real kind of a spill from January to April, and now we're seeing those list prices kind of get back to where we were at the beginning of the year. So we're not quite back there in terms of the list price for single family homes, but we're working our way onto there. The average condo in the Cambridge area is listing around $570,000. That is going to encompass different types of condos, of course. That median obviously is going to get rid of the outliers. It's going to get rid of the extreme bachelor price low and the penthouse high, but 574 is still going to encompass some 1, some 2, and some 3-bedroom condos that are out there. 574 being the median list, 42 condos currently on market. It's going to take you about 35 days to sell. Any condo type property, whether it's a condo townhouse or a condo in a building like an apartment style condo, it's going to take a little bit longer to sell generally because we have a lot of condo inventory that is out there, and it's not as desirable for most people right now. If you're looking to get into the market, you're going to try and get something that's not a condo for your first property if you can afford to. So you're hoping for that townhouse, you're hoping for even just a condo townhouse, not an apartment style condo. But if you don't have the affordability option for that, you have to get into a condo apartment if you want to get into the market. And it's going to take about 35 days, but there's a little bit of hesitation there from the buyers because they would prefer something else. Ultimately, more square footage, more space, less of the up and down with the elevators or the stairs in a condo building. But if you're looking at that 6-month chart here, you can see we've topped our January side of things for where condo prices were on the median side of things, of course. So that's good to see positive growth in the market. Now, if we're talking townhomes, it's going to take you 39 days to sell. It's actually taking a little bit longer to sell a townhome than a condo. You have 74 of them that are currently available. But the reason why it's taking longer to sell a townhome is we're in this kind of no man's land for price. Your median list price is $738, and unfortunately, that kind of pulls you out of first-time buyer range. So somebody who's buying a condo is a first-time buyer most of the time, or a downsizer, somebody who's going from a larger home to a smaller property. The townhouse is like the desire for your first-time home buyer, but the bank is generally not giving them 700 and change thousand for a mortgage. They may be able to get a $500,000 mortgage, but that just leaves you here with a $200,000+ down payment that's required. So not a lot of buyers are able to come up with that kind of sum of cash. So we're finding this no man's land price right now. It's trying to figure itself out. And as you can see from the chart here, it's been a bit of a wave, right? We've been down and up and down, and we're kind of on the down-ish and coming back up again right now. So the median price is $738, but I think it's going to come down a little bit more because it needs to be more affordable for people who want to get into the market. Now, as we're looking at these numbers here, these are just median list prices. The sold prices, if you're looking for a sold price, let me know. I can get you something specific in your area. This is just to give you a general idea of market trends that are happening in your pocket. Me personally, I live in Galt. If you have a detached home in Galt, there is a sweet spot for pricing where things are really moving well. That's between that $850,000 and that $910,000, $920,000 price point for something that's maybe built in the late 80s. That's a detached property, maybe around 2,000 square feet, give or take. But if you are more central to the 401, let's say you're in a new development in a townhouse there near Pine Bush, you're going to find yourself strapped to try to sell this quickly because there's a lot of property like that you can find all over the place, whether it's a Milton, a Cambridge, a Kitchener, you want to go to Georgetown, you want to go to Guelph. There's a lot of different areas that sell something similar product-wise that's the same price. So it depends on where that buyer's coming from. If they're within the Waterloo region, it's a possibility to sell to somebody locally. But if somebody is maybe considering leaving the GTA, they're hoping to get it for a lower price than they would have to pay in one of these cities that's closer. So ultimately, it depends on the type of property you own and how quick you're going to be able to turn it around. If you live in Cambridge and you want a specific neighborhood report, a home report for your specific property, your condo, your townhouse, your detached, let me know. Shoot me a text here with your address and where you're getting my number from, of course, YouTube, and we can start that conversation where I can give you a little bit more precise information on what your home might be worth today. And if you're just keeping yourself updated with the market, you're going to get one market update video every single month for the Cambridge real estate market. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye for now.